Hello, friends. Happy Friday, everybody. Come on in. Let the folks know that Mrs. Deveter is now live on the Furls Crochet Facebook page and YouTube and Instagram. Come on in the room. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from. I will give my friends who are already here some love. Hello to Jim, who came on first. Good morning and happy Friday. And Fina Style, hello to you. Hi, Miss Francis. Hello to JD and Jeanette. Danielle. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Let me know who you are and where you are coming in from. This bears to be another fun live with Mrs. Deveter. I have a very special guest joining me today, and I'm excited to chat it up with her. So come on in, everybody. Come on in. I gotta wait until I have at least 25 people in the room before I can really start my live. Because, we got to have a crowd, right? So let people know that I am live. Hello, Charlotte, the Artist 4, Leela, Moonlight Crochet and Crafts, Tracy, hello to you. Welcome to the party. Ooh, child, you in Louisiana. Is it hot? It is hot and humid. Hello to you, Jessica. I was trying to click this one. It is hot and humid. Upstate, downstate, the whole state of daggone New York. It is so hot. And as you guys know, I did relocate my family and we moved to a different house. And this house does not have central air. Period. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I'm hot. I have a little fan over here. I have a little fan over there. I just got all the fans going on right about now because it's hot. Oh, Texas. Hello, Matthew. Thank you so much for joining. Thinking of my friends out there in Texas dealing with the aftermaths of that flood in New Mexico. There's so much going on as far as weather is concerned in the United States, but I know across the globe, there are a lot of weather phenomenons going on. So please be careful, take the precautions. Pay attention to what's going on in your surroundings. Hey, Monica. All right, we had 27. Now we have 26. Who left? Come back. Come back to the party. All right. So first thing I'm gonna say is hi. I hope you guys missed me last week. I missed y'all, of course, but it was a good day of rest. I needed that. I slept in that day. It was a great day. Congratulations to Donna M. She is the winner of our last giveaway. She won 3 Aurora polished streamline metal crochet hooks. Congratulations to you, Donna. Donna M. Hope you enjoy your hooks. Make sure that you are participating in the giveaway. Next week, the prize is 2 Nebula streamline resins. You don't want to miss out. I'm telling y'all, I'm still trying to figure out the situation of where my hooks are and stuff. So all the hooks is up there. And if I stand up, I'm just not going to do it. But all the hooks are up there. So I can't show them to you guys. But do know that they are beautiful. And you should sign up for the giveaways. Go to the giveaway page on furlscrochet.com to make sure that you are signed up every week for the giveaway. I hope that everybody enjoyed all the giveaways and discounts, and all the discounts were like insane for the birthday bash for Furls. Happy 13th birthday. There was an amazing sale that happened. Some new products were released. So I hope you all took advantage of that goodness that was going on the Furls Crochet website. Some new stuff is still coming down the pike, right? You know that, right? Okay. I just want to make sure that you knew that. So yeah, there's so much going on, so many incredible things happening. And today I'm so excited to welcome one of my favorite guests. She has been on quite a few times. I almost feel like, the night show hosts who have their reoccurring guests who come back every time something new is going on with them. I feel like that's what I get to do with this guest. So Ashley Parker is one of my favorite crochet artists and designers and all around people. She's joining us today because she has some new stuff going on, and it is with Furls. So help me welcome Miss Ashley to the stage.
Hi.
Hello, my darling dear. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Is it hot by you?
Yes.
You have on a sweater, which means you got central air.
Yeah. And I'm in the basement, so it's very cold in my studio, like year round. So I put it on just so, I'm not trying to escape halfway through because I feel like I'm, got hypothermia or something.
Well, we definitely don't want that for you.
No.
Ashley, it's always, like I just said, so much fun having you on. And just before the live, we were chit-chatting because Miss Heather set this amazing interview up. And I was like, I don't know what we're supposed to be talking about today. And then you were like, well, let me tell you. And you told me some amazing stuff. So share with the audience. Let them know what you got going on lately.
So recently, Furls and I partnered on a series of videos to help folks make some decisions about how to find the right crochet hooks for them. Because if you're new to the Furls brand and you see all of their beautiful hooks and all the different types they have, it can be a little overwhelming. And I got that from personal experience. I have a family member who really wants to buy more Furls hooks, but when they go onto the site, they're like, I just don't know which ones are going to work for me. Which ones? I don't know.
Yeah.
And so she only will really buy if I'm there with her. And this is kind of a way for me to be there with those folks and help them through that process, as well as to give all crocheters more information about crochet hook materials and some ergonomics and how Furls plays a big part in making sure that crocheters can crochet for longer and not have to give that up because their hooks are ergonomic.
Yes, yes. And again, I say yes. So you all, if you are not, well, those of you who are coming to us from YouTube, you are very familiar with the Furls Crochet, Furls Crochet and Fiber Arts YouTube page. And on this page is where these amazing videos live. So Ashley has 4 videos up on the page, and they are choosing the perfect hook, just as she just explained. Well, so there's a couple of things that I want to say before I say that. These videos are super short. They're not like 15-minute. She's giving you her whole background and a soliloquy on why she left. No. Ashley is a woman who understands that we don't have all that time and we just want to get to the goods and keep it moving. So she's created these amazing, super quick videos, but very informational. My husband loves to say informal, and I'm like, that's not the right word for what you're trying to say. Very informational. These videos are amazing. So it's choosing the perfect hook. Pain-free crocheting starts here. Love it. Stop questioning. Pick the right hook. Stop guessing. Pick the right hook. And crocheting guide to happy hands. So Ashley, tell us about each of those. Well, you already talked about picking the right hook, no guessing, blah, blah, blah. But the crocheting guide for happy hands. Tell us a little bit about that one.
So I'm going to be guessing because I didn't make the names up. No lie. So
it looks like the exercise one.
So if it's the exercise one, I think on the front they have me doing this. So that one is me sharing some tips for stretching and to help keep your hands happier longer, right? Because I get it. I've done it myself. You want to dive into your project, you can't wait. And then you get watching a good show and 2 hours have gone by and you're like, oh, maybe I should have stopped to stretch. So that's super important. It's something that everybody, I think, forgets often. And it is so important to do in order to keep crocheting for longer. Because the thing is, you can have these ergonomic hooks, which are great, but if you're not taking care of your hands and your body ergonomics, then the hook can only take you so far. And so we talk about that, and I show you some stretches that can help ease the tension in your hands that you get from crocheting.
So what, in your opinion, is a good amount of time before you stop and stretch? Or is it something that you just have to know for your own body? But like you said, if I'm watching a good show and I'm like on to episode 6 and I haven't stopped to stretch, like what should be a signal for us to stop and stretch?
Well, I personally have to set a timer because I know that I'm one of those people that hyper focuses on things. And then I'll be like, oh, it's been 3 hours. So I set a timer on my phone, and I personally do it every 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Because I do so much crocheting and it's my job, I set it for every 30 minutes.
Okay.
But I always tell everybody it's up to your body. But if you are having signals from your body that you need to stretch,
Mhm.
you're already too far gone. Right. So you should never have any sort of pain or discomfort. That means that you haven't taken the time to stretch and you've done it for too long, which, much to my chagrin, there is such a thing. So you should be taking those time to stretch. Again, 30, 40, 45 minutes is a good starting ground. And then you can make adjustments based on your personal body and what your comfort level is.
So are your stretches only for the hands, or do they include other parts of the body?
Hands and wrists.
Okay, hands and wrists. So I know that for me, like if I'm sitting for a long time and I'm like, oh, I don't think I could feel my legs anymore. Like, so if you had any recommendations, I know you didn't cover that in the live. Do you have any recommendations for other parts of the body, like your shoulders or anything like that?
So one thing that I think a lot of crocheters neglect is their neck. Especially in today's day and age, we're looking down a lot, and I'm seeing lots of videos. I mean, that's just the algorithm feeding it to me because I want to see it. Is like these stretches for your neck and dealing with like the hump in your neck from this forward motion. But because we're spending so much time looking down, it's super important to also take time to stretch your neck. One of the ones that I do is I put my hand behind my back, put my hand, the opposite hand, on the side of my neck, and then gently pull until I feel the pull in this area. And I hold it for a count of 5.
Oh, that's good.
And I do it on the other side. And that's actually an exercise that my physiotherapist taught me because I was having issues with my neck. And she's like, girl, you got to stop looking down so much.
Yeah. And we always are. We're always like this, whether it's, crocheting, knitting, or if we're on our phone, which
or doing both at the same time, right? So necks are super important. Even if you're not doing that stretch, you're just looking both ways, looking up, taking that time to put your muscles in a different position. Because again, when you're crocheting, nobody's like, I'm going to crochet and do this, and I'm going to do this, right? We're not like, it's not like a huge dance. So
not at all.
Frozen in that spot. For hours. So even just getting up, walking around, rolling your shoulders. I do this to my kids. It drives them nuts, but it's actually really like good say exercise to release tension is I do the wave. It's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, getting the tension out. It's all good. But anything that moves your hands and arms, and even like get up and walk around, move your legs, anything that changes position and helps release the tension will be helpful.
Yes. Thank you for that. I'm always, at the end of my lives, I always tell people, make sure that you're stretching and taking really good care of your body. Because like you said, even though we have these beautiful and so amazing, such amazing tools, it doesn't work if you're not working them correctly and taking good care of your body. So thank you for that. So recommendations on the hooks. Let's talk about that. I have a couple over here. I got my metal streamlines over here. Let me see what I got in my little situation. I know I got this situation happening over here. These are some Lord, I can't even think today. Resin streamlines. And of course my woods and my beautiful
alphas.
Girl, okay, so y'all know I'm in menopause. Like I went to the doctor, and I'm not in peri. I am in menopause. And menopause is no joke, okay? So words are like, I know the word, but the word is gone right now. So those of you around me who can help a sister out. So thank you, Ashley, for helping me.
I say I'm in peri, and it's a struggle already. I'm going to be so much trouble when I actually get to menopause because I mean, you've already seen I've struggled a couple of times already where it's like, what's that word? Yeah, exercise.
It's not a fun place. I will just say that it's interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting. But now that I know, it's like, sometimes when you know something, it's like, okay, I understand why this is happening. This is happening because of X. It makes it a little bit easier to grasp. Still hard, but it makes it a little bit easier to grasp. Okay, so we're going to talk about, I'm going to stand up and get mine, y'all. Ignore my belly. I'm going to get a wood hook. And, oh, where did I put my lovies? Oh, I don't know where I put them. But anyway, go ahead. Tell us the, where did I put them? Oh, Lord.
Are you looking for these? I have wood.
Okay, good. I have a wood, but I can't find the alpha.
Oh, my alphas are in the case.
See, mine, that's where it is. Thank you. Oh, gosh.
But for the video, the other video about the types of hooks. So a lot of crocheters might not know this, and it's that the material your hook is made from actually performs different with different yarns, right? And so by understanding what works best with which fibers and types of yarns, then you can help reduce resistance, which will actually is a form of reduce improving your ergonomics for your crocheting. Because if you have extra resistance while you're crocheting, even if your hook is ergonomic, again, you're putting more strain on your wrist, your hand, and that's going to cause more pain. So I go through the different types of Furls hooks, like the metals and the streamlines, and I go over which is or what are the best materials that they can work with. That's not saying that it's like this is a hard and fast rule, it will only work with these, because no two yarns are different.
Right.
And it depends on how they're treated. But as a general rule, that, for instance, like your metal hooks, they're going to produce better results with a yarn that's a little more sticky, like a boucle yarn or a wool yarn. Again, when I say wool, I'm meaning like totally natural wool. Your resins are going to do, and your wood hooks are going to do much better with the slippery yarn. So if you've got like bamboo, anything rayon, anything that is shiny or slippery, they're going to give you a little bit more grip, help hold those stitches on your hook, and you're going to crochet more smoothly with those than you would with a metal. Because I don't know if you've tried like a metal hook with a bamboo yarn, that's just right off, and it's frustration city, man. I'm out. So no,
yes,
that works is important.
Yes. So I used to talk to Pam about the different types of how the wood and this, and she would use terms like grabby and slippery and that kind of thing. So definitely a useful video. Darlene, hi Darlene, thanks for joining the party. She said, I need to try wood. Yes. So wood is definitely, what kind of yarn would you recommend for wood?
Well, wood can, again, depends on how the yarn is treated. You have to try it out. But I really like wood for slippery yarns, like your silks, your rayons, or even like there are some newer acrylic yarns that have a coating on them to make them softer, but they end up being slippery. So anything that, if you find yourself working with a yarn and your loop's falling off your hook, or, you're just dropping stuff, then I would reach for a wood hook instead and see if that improves things, because it likely will.
Okay.
The wood hooks are also fantastic for people who have arthritis issues or pain issues with their wrist because of the how light they are.
So light.
And the resin. So because any added weight can sometimes add extra strain if you have existing issues. So trading in for those lighter hooks can be a godsend for people with hand issues that are already existing.
Really, really good. I love this. JD says, my first ever garment was bamboo and I used a metal. I cursed a lot. That's hilarious.
Close the windows. That was during the summer, because I've been there and it is not a fun place to be.
Right. I love it. Hilarious. Love. These are such good tips. So that was 2 videos. What's the other one we got happening here? Do you remember? Pick the right hook.
I can pull it.
Free.
So I did talk about, one of the videos is about ergonomics and understanding what makes a Furls hook more ergonomic than like your standard crochet hook that you can get from your local craft store or whatever, and how that makes a difference in your hand. And there's also some tips in there on how you hold your hook, or that actually changes the ergonomics, right? So because Furls hooks have these great wider handles,
Mhm.
you're actually holding it in a wider grip than you would in, say, like a standard crochet hook. And then
Like
so
one
I
of these.
like one of those. And so I mean, I'm bad. I don't have any of those anymore. I only have these.
I know. I like how to dig it out. It's in my little drawer over there. I just keep them for,
I give
memory.
them to Abby. She uses them for, I don't know, poking and prodding things. But because your grip is more relaxed, then it takes the tension off your hands. The harder you're holding your hook, the more tension you're putting on your hands and your wrists, and sometimes even up to the elbow. So it really is important to have a relaxed grip. And those are the kind of things that we go over in that video. And just talking about the sizes of the hooks and your hand size, which ones might be more comfortable for you, depending on your hand size and those kind of things. Those are all
Really, really, really useful information. Like you said, a lot of times people look at the hooks and they're like, oh, they're so pretty. I want to add them to my collection, but I have no idea which ones to get. So that was really, really, really helpful. So the way you were holding your hook looks like you're a knife grip?
Yep.
Okay, me too. What do you recommend for people who are pencil grip?
So for pencil grip, you definitely need to play around a little bit with them because of the weighting and stuff to find, especially if you're used to using the standard crochet hooks, to find what works for you. Like one of my aunts is a pencil grip and she tends to hold her hook further back because she kind of twirls hers a little bit. As she's crocheting. It's very pretty to watch her do it, but I couldn't. I'm just like, that's not for me. But you really have to play around and find the right place for how you're going to hold it and practice. And even with knife grip, you have to practice if it's your first Furls hook because you're not used to the ergonomics. I used to actually do ergonomics in my previous job, and we'd buy ergonomic chairs for people. And I'd get them these chairs. Very expensive. We sit them down. They're like, I hate this so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, but your back is going to like it in approximately 2 weeks. So let's just rough it out because again, your body has this muscle memory. It builds when you're using a different type of hook. And the more you practice with it, the better you're going to get and the more comfortable it's going to get. So regardless, when you're changing your hook type to a Furls or any other type, you will have to practice. Like I couldn't go back to like the standard ones anymore because I've changed how I hold my hook. And like 2 seconds, I'd be like, ouch.
I remember the very first time I tried to use, because I didn't have the hook size in a Furls hook, and I needed to make something, and I tried to go back to one of the skinny, hooks. I was like, what in the world was I doing before? Like, how was I crocheting like this? I was holding it so tight, and like my whole side was starting to hurt me. I was like, what is going on here? Okay, we'll have to wait until I get my, smaller hook in order to finish this project. Because once you go ergonomic, you really can't go back. And I don't think you should personally, but
well, not if you really love it and you plan to do this for a long time, because like anything, you need to take care of your body. And while like you can buy a whole set of, I just call them the cheapo hooks for $20, then and if that's within your price range, that's fine to get you started. But if you really love it, then it's worth investing in yourself. It's not just investing in the hooks, you're investing in yourself and your longevity as a crochet artist by buying ergonomic hooks, because there are a ton of different nerves in your hand, in your wrist, and it's so easy to cause long-term damage. And the thing is, these nerves all go up into your neck. And so you could have hand issues or even neck issues, and they could cause issues either places. So it's not just like, oh, my thumb hurts. It could be, oh, my thumb hurts, but it's really because I have a pinched nerve in my neck. I look down for 8 hours a day crocheting. So there's a lot of interconnectivity happening here, and it's so important to protect your hands, because like I don't just do crochet. I'm out there gardening every day. I like to play piano occasionally. Like, you do so much with your hands. You don't know. you've mistreated them until you can't use them anymore. And then you're like, I wish I had done those things 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up in that place because it's
Yeah.
a fun place to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. So true. These videos, you guys, are available on the Furls Crochet Fiber Arts YouTube channel. Please go and check them out. Like I said, they're not super long, but they have so much really good information that you may have been searching for. You may have been looking for some answers, as far as which hook should you buy, that kind of thing. And Ashley has taken the search out of it. She's provided you the information that you need. Thank you so much, Ashley. Really appreciate it. What else do you have going on in your amazing world of amigurumi and books, and you just got all the things going on? So what do you have? What else do you have going on lately?
Well, I'm working on my next book right now. I'm very excited about that. And as always, I'm publishing new content on the blog weekly. I just launched something very exciting today before we came on. And I've been working behind the scenes to build what I'm calling a design your own blanket calculator. So if you have a crochet stitch you want to make a blanket in, you make your swatch, and then you enter your details from your swatch and your yarn into the calculator and pick what size blanket you want to make, and it'll tell you your yardage information, how many stitches you need, and how many rows you'll need in order to make that blanket of your dreams. And you can pick from 14 different sizes, and all you have to do is make a swatch.
Excuse me, fancy. I love it. What a great idea. We love a calculator. We love a good calculator that will take, the guesswork out of project creating. So yay, thank you. And that's going to be on your website?
It's already there. And I have a couple of other ones, like ones where if you have a skein of yarn, you're not sure how much yardage is in it, you can fill out the information and it'll tell you how many yards are left in your ball of yarn. And if you're you've made a blanket and you're not sure how many yards you've used, or a scarf, and you need to calculate for cost or something, then it will also calculate how many yards you used for your project as well.
Really cool. And that's the loopylamb.com.
Yeah. And if you go up to the top, there's a little tab that says resources, and then underneath there's calculators, and you'll find all the calculators there.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. Again, Ashley, taking the guesswork out of what we do. We appreciate you, Ashley. Thank you so much for that. I love that idea. How did you come up with that? What made you say, this is something I think I want to do?
Well, a lot of the questions I get are especially for my blanket patterns is well, I actually don't want to make this pattern. I want to use this stitch and I want to make it in this size, or how do I make this blanket in this size? And as much as I would love to, I'm not capable of designing a new blanket for every person that asks. And it really is simple, but you just don't have the tools, right? You, as a designer, it's something that you end up learning, and it's time consuming. But by creating this calculator, I could take the guesswork and make it easy for people to say hey, I want to make this shell stitch blanket. This is the size I want, click, click, click. And boom, I know exactly what I need to do to make it. Oh, you know what? I don't want stroller size. I really want it king size. I just click, change it, and I can make it in king.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And a totally useful tool. Thank you so much for creating that. So make sure you guys, the link has been shared in the comment section. Make sure you guys go and check out these calculators that Ashley has created for us. She made them for us, so we can stop asking her. We can do it ourselves. I love that. I love it when people are like, you know what, I'm just gonna just let you do it yourself. Here's what you need to do it. Go ahead and do it yourself. So yay, thank you so much. And what else you got going on?
I'm always working on something.
I know it.
I recently released a new no-sew pattern for my little no-sew octopus. Got it here in worsted weight as well. And that's, of course, a video tutorial. But yeah, this summer has been very busy. We've just came back from what equated to almost a month of vacation time.
Oh, wow.
We went to the UK. We took the kids for 2 weeks, which was like a dream for me because I've always wanted to go. So that was very exciting. And my readers were super helpful because I was like, how do I find yarn here? Where do I find And I had this wonderful person on Instagram who had seen my stories, and like the one yarn store I'd found ended up being closed the day I got there. And
Oh,
I was like, no. And so she like took it upon herself she actually lived in Scotland when we got to the Scotland part of our journey. And she's just like, okay, so this place is here, this place is here. And I was so sweet of her to help me. So I ended up getting some yarn, which is great.
ooh.
But yeah, that was an exciting part. But while I'm away, I've been working on the different projects for my new book.
What's the new book going to be about? Do we get a little hint, a little tease, a little bean spillage?
All I can share right now is that it's supposed to be coming out sometime next year.
Is it patterns?
Let's think more like a Stitch dictionary, but not your standard Stitch dictionary. There's lots of those. I've always got to put a twist.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's something that we definitely will put in our minds to revisit for next year. So awesome. Love, love, love. Always, always love hanging out with you, Ashley. Thank you so much for these videos. I know that everybody's going to be watching them and sharing them with all their people to let them know all the amazing things that they can get from Furls. Like you don't just get hooks and notions and things, but you get some education too. So thank you again for hanging out with us. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to drop you off so I can say goodbye to my friends. And I'm sure we're going to have another live very soon, especially when that book comes out.
Well, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
You're welcome. Talk with you soon.
Thanks. Bye.
Love, love, love Ashley. She always has so much going on. And I'm so excited that she decided to come up with these videos for Furls. Like I said, you guys, they are not long videos. So when we finish here, you can just pop on over to the Furls Crochet YouTube channel and you'll be able to watch those videos, and especially the exercise one. Y'all know I'm all about the stretches and stuff like that, even though I don't do them when I'm supposed to. But the timer, I love that idea, setting a 30-minute timer, especially when you're working on a big project. You just keep going, right? I'm not the only one. And this would be a great way for us to stop and stretch and take really good care of our bodies for a week so we can crochet for as long as we want. We have to take care of ourselves in order to do that, right? Don't forget to sign up for the giveaways. There's always a giveaway going on, and the one that's happening for next week is going to get 2 beautiful, I think she said nebula hooks. So make sure that you sign up for the giveaway, and just stay tuned to all the things that are going on. We're still going to be here for the summertime. I'm going to be doing my lives on Fridays. When I'm not, I'll let y'all know. But I plan to be here this summer, keeping you guys entertained on Friday mornings. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Stay cool if you're in a hot area. Stay warm if you're in a cold area. And crochet, tag us in what it is that you're making. We love to see it. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.